All right, in this video, we're going to recreate the first panel of our pizza oven. In Google Classroom, there is a drawing with a lot of dimensions. It is probably a little congested and difficult to read. You'll be using this as a source to just verify some dimensions if it's unclear in the video. Like I said, it's a little bit difficult to unsee. This is the panel that we're going to be creating. So we're going to kind of dive right into it. So the first thing I want you to do is create a new design. In a sketch, in the top view. We're going to start by creating a rectangle. Okay, if we look at our drawing here, our overall shape of this is going to be 18 inches by 23.5. So go ahead and take a rectangle tool. I always like to use the center rectangle tool and derive my drawing from the center of my workspace. So this is 18 inches. Okay, then I'm going to hit tab and I'm going to write 23.5 and go ahead and create my drawing. Okay. Now the next thing we want to do is we want to make this 45-degree angle here, right? So in order to do that, we need to know a few things. So I'm going to go ahead and take my dimension tool and dimension from here to here and see that that's 5 inches. So we need a 5-inch chamfer on the top of this here. So if I go up to modify and say chamfer and say equal distance chamfer, I'm going to select the two edges and then I can specify right here 5 inches. Okay, so then I'll do it on this side as well. And that is 5 inches. Okay, so hit enter. So now I have my chamfer equal. Okay, so the next thing I want to do looking at my drawing here is I want to create this offset. The offset's going to be where the bottom door for the firewood and the top door for the food or the pizza is going to go. So in order to do that, I need to see what the distance between my offsets are. So it's 2.25 inches. So if I go over here and I select this offset tool and I select my overall shape, I want to go in, so it's going to be negative 2.25. Okay. So now I have the inside offset created. I'm going to go back to my drawing here. I want to create this division between my my doors. So if we look at this here, I have this little space here. Okay, so I need to see what that is going to be. So there's a couple of ways we can do that. Um, one of the ways I'm going to do that is select the top of that line, and that says it's 9.91. Okay, so I'm going to take my line tool, go from here to here, and set dimension, and say from here to here. Oops, I don't want it to go from there. I want to go to the bottom of it. So I'll hit dimension from here down to here is 9.91. Okay. So now I'm going to draw another line above it. I'm going to dimension this. It should be the same distance of my offset, 2.25. Okay. So I can take my trim tool, which is the keyboard shortcut T. I'm going to trim those lines out. Okay. So what we have here is our opening for our doors. Okay, now we need to come in here and we need to cut out these little slots here. So there's slot here and there's slots here. Now the slots here are spaced a 2-inch slot, 1/4 inch deep, and they are 2.5 inches from the side. So I'll go back over here and I'll take my rectangle tool. This time I'm going to use just a regular rectangle. I'm going to come in here and I'm going to draw a rectangle starting at the top and drag it over. It's 2.5. I'll hit tab and this is 0.25. Enter. Actually, no, this was 2 inches, sorry. This was 2.5. The dimension from here to here is 2.5. Okay. Now I'm doing a lot of keyboard shortcuts. So for like when I say dimension and I'm just hitting D on my keyboard. Same thing with I want to draw a rectangle. I'm gonna hit R on my keyboard. I'm gonna draw this out. It's gonna be 2 inches, tab 0.25, and then D for keyboard shortcut to dimension from here to here. which was 2.5. Okay. So we just drew these two slots here. I'm going to go down and draw these slots. This is, again, 2 inches. Okay. This is 0.25 inches. This distance is not 2.5, it is 1. Okay, so let's back to our drawing. I'm going to go down to the bottom, hit R for rectangle. I'm going to draw a rectangle here. I want it to be 2 inches wide by 0.25 inches deep. Then hit D to dimension from there to the corner, and that is 1. Okay, so do the same thing over here. R for rectangle, draw my rectangle 2 inches, tab by 0.25, enter, hit D for dimension. I'm going to dimension from the edge to the edge, and that's 1. Okay, so now we have our base here. All right, now things are going to get a little bit complicated. We're creating, if you look down here, we need a vent. We need air to come into here. So we have these 3 squares, a circle here and a circle here. These are going to be through pass holes for a bolt. And we have this cover that goes inside. So this cover is going to be, the holes are going to be a little bit smaller, so it'll cover when it slides. And that's what these ovals are for. So we're going to draw this in the next video because this one's a little bit more complicated and I want to take my time designing. So go ahead and create that, the oven door, or the oven front, and then we'll go ahead and make these slots.